will allow you to do everything, go everywhere, except his presence. In fact, the devil will assist you. You didn't hear what I said? The devil will what? He will support you. In fact, he will even give you a vehicle to take you far from God's presence. You can ask Jonah anywhere you see him. One of the biggest problems with young people is that you think you have a lot of time. You don't really have time. The oldest psalm in the Bible is Psalm 90. It was written by Moses. That's the only psalm Moses wrote. Now, Moses wrote that psalm when he was 80. 40 years he had been in the palace of Pharaoh. 40 years he has gone through the trainings of God. Why would God take him through that training? Because God wanted to do something. While he was in Pharaoh's palace, he spoke like the Egyptian. He sounded like the Egyptian. He behaved like the Egyptian. He spent the mannerism, all the attributes of the Egyptians were in his life. So God took him out and took him to the wilderness so he can take all the attributes of Egypt out of him. So when God took the attributes of Egypt out of him, God now took him to Egypt. He spent 40 years in the wilderness. God took him to Egypt to bring the children of Israel out of Egypt. But they had Egyptian characters in them too, all the while they grew up there. So God took them to the wilderness for 40 years to also take Egypt out. Because you cannot enter the promised land with Egyptian traits. So God had to do that. But in Psalm 90, this is my emphasis. In verse 12, he said, teach us to number our days. What was he saying? Moses was saying, if I had been wiser, I would have maximized my days. If I had been wiser, he said that we may apply our hearts to wisdom. Nothing bring profiting of time like applying your heart to wisdom. Proverbs chapter 9 verse 12, he said, if thou be wise for thyself. If thou be a scorner, thou alone shalt bear it. If thou be wise for thyself. If thou be disciplined, thou be disciplined for thyself. But if thou be a scorner, thou alone shalt bear it. So we see from scriptures that the devil will do everything. The devil will get you engaged. Satan prefers activity to intimacy. Satan will get you engaged, get you busy. Do everything you want to do. But go out and don't stay in the presence of God.